Protect yourself and your partner. Remember that. Understand that HIV and AIDS is out here in a big way in our community. We're still #1 in all the cases. Men, women, children. So educate your mind when it comes to that. Educate your partner when it comes to that. It's very important. So you got the questions, and somebody can I have some water, please? Go ahead. What's your name?
Ashton Hall, Jackson State Social Media.
Okay, well give me a hug. You didn't give me a hug or nothing. Take a selfie right quick. What's going on? So go ahead. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for taking questions from our students and our JSU community. They submitted the questions on social media using the hashtag #MagicAtJSU.
All right.
So the first question is from Twitter. It says, when did you consider yourself a success, being that people define success so differently?
On the court, off the court.
We'll say off the court.
When I see 50,000 minorities happy that they have a job based on my companies that I own. We have 150 students on scholarship, colleges of their choice. Cookie and I, through our foundation, we built 18 technology centers in the hood because a lot of the kids can't afford to have a computer in their home. See, it's not about money. Look, if you can't bring about change, right? Because God can just take the money away tomorrow, right? But if you're not about change and reaching back, giving back, and helping somebody else with their goals, you're not a success. Success is what you can do for other people. It's not whether you can become successful, but can you help somebody become successful? That's the true blessing right there.
Thank you. The second question is, what inspired you to keep going during moments you wanted to give up?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. That's not me. I'm not a give up dude. I like living. And so when HIV came 23 years ago, the hardest thing I had to do in my life, I thought it was a play against Michael and Larry. I really did. But the hardest thing I had to do was to drive home and tell my wife I had HIV. Yeah. And she was pregnant with our son EJ at that time. And here I am driving. See, when you make mistakes, young people, it not only affects you, it affects everybody that loves you. And so it was difficult for me to go home and tell my best friend as well as my wife that I had HIV, and I didn't know what that meant for her either because she had to go get tested. And so as I sat her down and told her, she began to cry, and that's what really hurt me, right? I said, man, I can deal with it myself, but I couldn't deal with it if she was affected by HIV. And so she began to cry, and that was the worst moment in my life, because I never wanted to hurt Cookie. And I told her, I understand if you want to leave. I understand. And she hit me so hard, Mike Tyson right across the side. And this is when I knew that I was going to be here, because she told me, hey, we're going to beat this together. Let's get down on our knees and pray. So, with her supporting me, my kids, and then Bishop Blake, our church home has been unbelievable, West Angeles, and I know everybody's going to St. Louis. I got to go speak to all the bishops, matter of fact, next Saturday in St. Louis, so it's going to be great. All right, I got you. Cardinals, okay. And so that's great. So I think that for me, bad days, I don't have bad days. See, when I get up, I can always find something good in life, right? And I hope that all these young people can do the same, because if you're upright and you're breathing, you can work everything. That's a blessing. You should be happy right then, you know. And so also you should be happy you're on this campus, Jackson State, with an opportunity to change your life. You should be happy. Your parents figured out a way to get you here, or you're working yourself. You should be happy. You should be happy. And then you got all the controls of what your life can look like in your own hands. You should be happy. So for me, I'm happy because everything that I was able to achieve, it was on me, right? It was in my hands. I could control it. Because see, what you guys don't understand is there was a time you couldn't control your life. You asked your parents and your grandparents. See, they didn't have that option. You got that option. Take advantage of it. Go ahead.
Thank you.